When you hear the sound of the bell, you know you're in the championship rounds with King Amin of Essex. And I've mentioned before that I am the foremost authority on women's boxing. I'm staking my claim, and I've been getting some plenty good sparring. But right now, I'm here with somebody, and I've been claiming her as my friend. I've been talking about her like she's a friend of mine because what I saw her do a couple of weeks ago, she became a part of this family. She's a part of my family. I want to introduce y'all to Shurretta Chiccn Metcalf out of Dallas, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Tell the people where they can find you on social media before we jump into it.
All right, catch me on Instagram at I'm gonna tell y'all how we talk down here in the South. I put DA_real_slim_goody. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. And then on Facebook, I'm Shay, SHA Metcalf. On Twitter, I'm Shay Metcalf or the Slim Goody. And on TikTok, I'm Chiccn MF Champ.
Yes, indeed. Now, listen, it's part of that personality and part of that perseverance is the reason why you are now, really for me, you kind of, you're coming on, so to speak. You're out there, you're burgeoning, and I don't know how and why you got started in boxing. So let's start there. A late bloomer, some would say, but what made you get into boxing?
Pretty much just I'm sorry, somebody was trying to call. But pretty much I was fighting underground. I was doing underground boxing in the clubs, and I was just beating everybody up. Just regular. No training. We were just in the clubs just fighting. And I just fell in love with it. And they were just like, hey, you should try it for real. Real try where I'm from, and it's a little hood here called Oak Cliff. It's like I wouldn't say a hood, but an area here called Oak Cliff. And I lived in some apartments called Village Oaks, and they already had a boxing gym called Home of Champions. And like Earl Spencer trained there before. Look at them been there before. Like anybody who's like big in boxing, I'm been at that gym before. You know what I'm saying? So I just started training over there with my coach Warnell, rest in peace. You know, and shoot, I just went from there.
And along the way, you picked up a national championship in 2015. Am I correct?
Yes, I got ranked number 5. I got ranked number 5. I had won the bronze medal.
Okay.
3rd place there. Yes, I did.
Now, there was a point where you turned pro, right? And you came up the hard way pro, because what we learn when you in this boxing thing, some people, they can, they can be made or they can make themselves, right? Now, in your first 7 bouts, you went 3-3-1, right? This is how you were made, and this is what I've been paying attention to. Of 3 of those 4 opponents, right? 4 out of 4 of those opponents, 3 of them are currently inactive. God bless them. Who knows what they're doing, right? One of those opponents.
Follow me on media though.
Okay, right. One of those opponents went on to win a vacant WBA title, and that was Jamie Mitchell. You fought her at 2-0, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that stretch of your career. Because it was like you won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1. Tell us what was going on at that time.
So at that time, we can start from like my pro debut. They called me like 30 days before the fight, and they was just like, hey, you want to go pro? We're going to pay you this much. And everybody knows, you talking to Chiccn, you talking about some money.
You know? Chicken about that chicken.
Yeah. It was a girl who I had beat in the amateurs before. But what I didn't know was that she had already was turning pro. And so she had a fight before that, but it was a no contest. I think the girl ended up getting hurt or something in the first round. So it wasn't, the fight didn't go, but she was still training. And so I was just like, well, shoot, I done beat her once, I'll beat her again. You know? So we took the fight, and like, it was a good back and forth. I didn't feel like it was unanimously, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, it was a good fight, and I lost my pro debut. But I kept going, so I ended up fighting again. I went up against an undefeated fighter. She was like 1-0 coming off a win, and I ended up fighting her. And so then I started I still had that fight night mentality of the clubs, like, shoot, I go anywhere. I'll fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing the business of boxing yet.
Yeah.
So I was going to like these people hometown, you know what I'm saying?
Thinking
and,
it's a fair shake.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I'm talking about this girl is leaking in California. You know what I'm saying? But she was known, you know what I'm saying? Like you see in the beginning of my career, a lot of those were good amateurs. You know what I'm saying? They had extensive background. I probably only had like 10 to 12 amateur fights. And I was just stuck on getting some money because the amateurs, you don't make no money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just started going there, and then I ended up getting hooked up to a promoter because here in Dallas, from the jump, I've always been able to sell tickets because my fan base is big here. You know what I'm saying? So I was being able to just get on shows here. So we ended up getting a call from somebody, and I think I fought in San Antonio against Brittany Ordonez. Yeah, and then she had just came off a knockout win. You know what I'm saying? So she was undefeated too at the time. I think she was like 1-0 or 2-0, something like that. And I went down there, and I'm talking about they was lit for her, lit and lit. I started putting them bees on her. All you heard them saying was, "Fight back, Rusty." I hear her. I'm talking about, I remember this one time on the whole fight, I hit her with a uppercut, hook straight, all power shots. I'm talking about the whole crowd was like, "Ooh, yeah, won that." And our coaches today, when they see me, they were like, "You beat our girl good. You beat her. You boxed her."
And that's why I wanted to point out that beginning stretch, because your perseverance paid off. Because in that next stretch, you go 8-1 in a no contest, right? So you was reeling them off at that point. I guess you got the business part up under you as well, because a lot of them you was able to be draws, you know, and so tell us how you pulled the business part together during that stretch, maybe.
I just started like learning the business, and I had like mentors and advisors who was just helping me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fight with Jamie Mitchell, me as myself at first, because of what was going on in boxing, I was still skeptical about that fight because like she was known, and then like it was the first time that I was ever in a lot of media for fighting this girl because of who she was. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, you know what? Because at the end of the day, we all female, we all women, and I'm gonna fight you. I'm not scared. So I took that fight, and really, we felt like I won the fight because she couldn't get in. I was losing my long range on her a lot. She was she was pretty much being relied on her at that right. She do got a strong right. And then at that time, Derek James was in my corner with my coach, Maurice James. They saying that was my corner at the time. And they were pretty much just like, "Hey man, she dropping her right when she throw it. She just she's so committed to that right that she's dropping it so much." So it's just like we just came over to a little game plan. That was my first time ever too, just having somebody teach me like a real game plan in a fight. Yeah. So I just like I started knowing the business about that part. And then I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just stay at home for right now. Right now, I am learning on the job. I'm learning on the job because I only had like 10 amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? So we learn on the job. I'm learning about the money. I'm learning like what they be doing and stuff like that. So I was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's go fight. Then they called me for a fight in Vegas to fight Michaela Neville. I went over there to go fight her. It was with Roy Jones. I feel like I had a good chance. I beat her with a jab. I whooped her so bad that during the fight, her coach said, "All she got is that jab."
The jab would take you around the world.
My coach yelled back, "That's all she needs." So yeah, that was a fight. That was a good fight. So I've just been learning that part, and now it's whatever with everybody. It's whatever. I know my game has. I feel like it done elevated a lot since those fights.
Definitely, and I want to point to a moment to where you also see. So there's a common theme, right? And I titled this one when I sent it over. It was the Hourglass Figure, right? And this is not just because of your physique. I know you got the bricks showing in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? But it's the patience. It's the patience of an hourglass, right? Waiting. You have had the ability to wait for your opportunity, being brought in as an opponent. So in this case, I'm talking about July 2023, Melissa Odessa Parker, undefeated, you know, kind of big name. She does the MMA, she does the boxing. Um, which one was a bigger experience for you? Because it sounds like you might have already been ready for that fight by virtue of what you went through with Mitchell and in Vegas. So was that as big a moment, or were you already ready for that?
I was ready for it, but it was definitely a big moment because when I won that fight, I had tears in my eyes because for so long I've been trying to fight these girls. And then like during the pandemic, that's when all these girls get to come in and they only get to fight. Nobody's trying to fight me.
Yeah.
And but they only got like 4 fights. They going for world titles. And I'm like, how is this even possible? How they not even how are they even ranked? That's how I was feeling about Ebony Bridges and them, all of them. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And so I made sure I sparred like, because I knew that she had power, and I knew that's what she relied on, and that she was pregnant. So all my sparring partners for that camp, I was sparring one of the girls like 165. I was sparring girls that big because I was ready to endure all that. And so I just knew it, but I knew not, because I knew she had great timing. So I knew not to get into a slugfest with her and to really just box her and pick, you know what I'm saying, and do her like that. Like I knew not to, you know what I'm saying, do that. And I was ready. I feel like this probably was a good time to fight her because I was mentally even ready. Like I'm getting smarter even in the game.
So let me say this. You showed all of that brilliance. So let me get to that moment. So it was November, right? Wasn't it November of last year? It was a Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, November 7th. I'm sorry, yeah, November 7th.
Yep. Now, everybody know women's boxing is my thing. It was on the undercard of a Jamel Herring fight, and I saw this girl, Mio Yoshida, and I kind of knew. I said, they done fucked up. Pardon my French, bringing Metcalf in as an opponent. Because, see, and in that fight, you brilliantly, the jab and the uppercut all day long. The Matador versus the Bull.
Man, because she fought India. And India is a friend
India
of mine.
Smith.
Yeah, India Smith. She's a friend. She was in my sparring for this fight. And she pretty much was showing me what she was gonna do. She was holding me, you know what I'm saying, like that, and just coming, because you know that's what India does. She gonna come, you know what I'm saying. And I just had a lot of girls coming that way. So we watched the little clips because even about her being a two-time former world champion, there's not a lot of video of her.
No.
And so all the little things that we could see, mostly everything was pretty much head down. Head down.
Lay it out there, try to land with the head down, and you just touch her with the jet uppercut. Just bring her up, sit her up.
Back up every time. I already knew. Because when I rewatched the fight, I heard the commentator saying she probably throwing uppercut too much. Hell, no. That's where her face is at.
Absolutely.
Because I was throwing straight punches a lot. She was getting down so low that I was throwing them like this. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, jab, jab, uppercut. You know what I'm saying? That was the game plan. Jab and uppercuts and just move. Because she kept we knew she was gonna be trying to grab me.
I had a 97, 93. You really danced. You really did. And like I said, that was like the put on where I said to myself, this woman has to be in world title contention. Has to be. So, you know, congratulations for your journey. And if you want to share, you know, I know you don't have to share too much because there is the business part of boxing, but we all know we want to see the rematch, you know.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
So we all in talks right now. You know, with the IBF, they give you 60 days after you win to see. And so I think that she has to fight me because I'm the mandatory. And you know, I sometimes voluntary, but as of right now, no, I'm the mandatory because because of the situation of how it happened.
The Hourglass Figure. She waited and plotted and watched, and it's more than just being a Slim goodie. Slim did some damn good for herself. You got a brilliant career, and that's why I'm honored to have you on here as a guest. And I want to talk about some other things because you're a Renaissance woman. You got so many things going on outside of boxing, right?
Yes.
Mobile bartending. right? You a hustler. They said Chiccn bout to Chiccn. So tell us about that. The headquarters deluxe studios. Tell us about some of the brilliant things you got going on outside of boxing.
So right now I have a boutique in the salon, the headquarters deluxe studios. I called it that because I have other suites in there. I have stylists in there, but in my suites, I train people because I'm a personal trainer as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just at home right now because I had some things to do, but usually I be doing my interviews. I got a wall and it all set up to where I can do interviews there. You can come see me. You can get some of my merch there. Like I'm just doing all different type of things there. Then I have my mobile bartending business where I have pretty girls. I got them bad girls, different different race and everything. We serving you up.
Flavors serving flavors.
Serving flavors. Yeah, we got that
There
TAB that started just doing our business and things like that. I also do taxes, like tax season right now. So taxes as well. Like I pretty much am an entrepreneur. I never was a person who just really liked jobs. And then on top of the fact that with boxing, this job is like so unpredictable. I probably have a fight at the last minute. Sometimes I'll be going off to go train. And it's just like everything fits for me. Like I'm making it good for me to where I can still be able to be a world champion, a great fighter.
Now, one more thing, you are a world champion now. You are a world champion advocate for something that's near and dear to both of us. Those that know me may or may not know. My godson is on the autism spectrum. I got two cousins on the autism spectrum. You are a champion of individuals on the autism spectrum. Would you like to share about that as well?
Yes, my oldest son. I love to tell people my oldest son. He'll be 19 now in March, and he's on the autism spectrum. He's a high functioning autism though. Right now he's in UNT Dallas. He's in his freshman year. Awesome. He's about to start again to be his second semester of freshman year, and he's really excelling. Like my baby is so smart. He's so sweet to me, and so I make sure every time that I don't went and got patches done so that I can put them on my outfits and everything and let everybody know about autism. Like I go to the autism walks. Sometimes when I have my birthday, like on Facebook, they be like, you want to donate? Hey, donate to this cause. And a lot of money has been donated within my honor to Autism Speaks and things like that.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So we're going to do some pad work. I like to call this pad work where, I'm going to throw some quick things at you and I'm going to see how well you put these punches together as in your responses. All right.
Okay, bet.
All right. So now, first one is, and this is to your business acumen, right? And just first answer comes to your mind. We're going to roll with 501c3 or LLC.
501c3. Look, yeah, I'm getting one of those going too.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Light or dark?
Dark.
Okay. Okay. Grilled, fried, or baked?
Grilled chicken.
Know about that chicken. You know that was about chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. Dallas or Fort Worth?
Dallas, D-Town.
Okay. No disrespect. Shout out to Fort Worth though. Heels or flats?
You said what?
Heels or flats?
Well, maybe I wear more flats, but I'm in my girly era, and I've been kind of liking my designer heels. I mean, they only cute to sit in.
Go with heels. Go with heels.
Yeah.
All right. Erykah Badu or Beyonce?
Dang, because you know how I'm feeling, but I'm definitely Beyonce. Yeah. Erykah Badu, I love her too though, like, cause she Dallas. Yeah.
I had to make it difficult for you. You know that.
Yeah, difficult, man.
Favorite place to train?
At my boxing gym. Yeah, Texas Select Boxing Gym.
Okay. And last one, your favorite punch to throw?
The jab.
Yes, ma'am. It'll take you around the world.
Take you around where, hey, it sets it up, it blinds you, it finds you, and it will fuck you up.
There you go. Listen, I think I did good, and you, champ, did excellent. You are an excellent guest. I'm definitely going to keep up with you, all right? And good luck to you. And just give people your social media one more time before we get out of here.
Hey, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, The Real Slim Goody. Or you can put in Chiccn, Chiccn. That's how y'all spell chicken, my chicken anyway. Or you can get me on Twitter at Shay Metcalf, SHA Metcalf. You can get me on Facebook, Shay Metcalf. And you can get me on TikTok on Chiccn MF Champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have it. The future IBF Bantamweight champ. We claiming this one.
Yeah, and
Chiccn
we're
Metcalf.
gonna beat up Nina Hughes too, because we on Twitter right now getting to it. So you might need to hop on Twitter right quick.
I'ma see.
Yeah, because she over there, she holding that belt hostage.
Yeah, they say that's Nina the Brave. Is she brave enough to go in there against Chiccn Metcalf though?
It's always an excuse when it come to me. You're not my mandatory. You ain't fighting no mandatories.
Well, listen, anybody getting in the ring with Chiccn Metcalf, I got to go with Chiccn because, you know, when I seen what she's been able to do and persevere through her career, you'd be a fool to go against her. That's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to hop on the Twitter and see what y'all got cooking. Y'all see what I got cooking over here. Champ, we out of here. Peace.